File. The Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, Martin Amaewhule. The Rivers State House of Assembly has rejected the sum of N100,000 credited to the bank accounts of each lawmaker as a Christmas bonus, allegedly approved by Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The House, in a statement on Tuesday, described the payment as unsolicited, insisting that all public expenditure must follow due process, including legislative approval. Recall that civil servants in the state have been in a celebratory mood following the approval of a N100,000 Christmas bonus across board by the governor, a policy he has maintained for the past 2 years. However, the chairman, House Committee on Information, Petitions and Complaints, Enemi George, who signed the statement, said the transfers did not follow due process, prompting immediate steps by the lawmakers to return the funds. The statement, titled Return of Unsolicited and Unapproved 100,000 Naira, N100,000, transferred to the personal accounts of honorable members of the Rivers State House of Assembly by the Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, was obtained by our correspondent on Tuesday. George said that since assuming office in 2023, the governor had consistently drawn from the state's Consolidated Revenue Account without legislative approval, despite repeated warnings from the House, the judgment of the Supreme Court, and in defiance of the Constitution and the principles of separation of powers. He added that the House was aware of some staff of the state government allegedly conspiring with the governor to contravene the Constitution and the laws of the state, describing such actions as unlawful. George assured the people of the state that the House would not relent in the performance of its constitutional duties. The statement partly read, "Today, the 30th day of December 2025, honorable members of the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly received bank credit alerts of the sum of 100,000 Naira, N100,000, each. The said unsolicited and unapproved amount was transferred on the instructions of the Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, to the personal accounts of members. Upon discovery of these unsolicited and unapproved transfers, honorable members of the House took immediate steps to formally return the said funds to the account of the Rivers State government. As an institution established by law and guided strictly by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Rivers State House of Assembly maintains that all public expenditures must follow due process, including legislative approval. The Governor, since assumption of office in 2023, has consistently drawn from the Consolidated Revenue Account of Rivers State without legislative approval, despite repeated warnings from the House, the judgment of the Supreme Court, and in defiance of the Constitution and the principles of separation of powers. Therefore, with the leave of Mr. Speaker and the entire House, I use this medium to once again draw the attention of all staff of the Rivers State government who connive with the Governor and others to contravene the Constitution and laws of Rivers State to the fact that we have become aware of their unlawful conduct. We assure the good people of Rivers State that we will not relent in the performance of our constitutional duties. Recall that the House had adjourned plenary to January 26, 2026. Fubara is yet to present the 2026 appropriation bill to the House for consideration and approval. He has yet to submit the names of commissioner nominees as requested by the lawmakers. Since his return from suspension following the lifting of the emergency rule imposed on the state, Fubara has been operating with 8 commissioners who were not affected by the Supreme Court judgment recognizing Martin Amaewhule as the authentic Speaker of the House.